Now, yes, P Diddy's trial has officially started. The first statements of this trial are already here, and you will be impressed. Subscribe and give this video to likes from now on, because the interesting thing begins, where it will be revealed what really happened in those famous parties known as freak-offs of Mr. Diddy. Everything that happened behind the scenes today is day one, and it is already known that the trial will last at least 8 weeks, that is, 2 months. Personally, with the number of victims and the number of stories this supposedly happened for 10 or even 20 years, it seems very little time to cover all the statements and accusations. Prepare, because these days you surely upload 1 or even 2 videos a day with all the information that will come out. I am very intrigued by everything that will happen, but what you are going to see today are the statements made just a few hours will be very incredible. The first thing that can be seen is that first thing in the morning, Diddy's family arrived, all together of the hand to support Sean Diddy Combs. This trial will determine if it is free or if it passes the rest of his life in prison. His mother had a very serious countenance, knowing that what is going to discuss will be very unpleasant. He will listen to things about his own son who will clearly do not make him any grace, but obviously he has to be there to support him. This is important because the prosecutor's office, a few hours ago, made it clear that today is officially considered one of the trial. Although previous audiences have already been held, these were only for the jury's pre-selection. Today, the real testifications begin. The prosecutor's office insists that this trial for sex trafficking is not about Diddy's private sexual preferences. Obviously, if everything was agreed, there is no crime. To put an exaggeration, although he liked, for example, that they would defend him in his chest whenever he was agreed, there would be no illegality. But here we are talking about much more serious things. Alleged, of course, because the trial has just begun. As I advanced in previous videos, one of the most important witnesses against Diddy is his ex-partner, Cassie Ventura. What happened early this morning? At 8:52, Diddy arrived dressed in a white t-shirt and pants and khaki sweater. He greeted all the members of his legal team with hugs and formed with them a kind of circle of mood as saying, "We can with this." Then he sent kisses where his family was sitting, in the second row of the public, as a sample of affection. Let us remember that this man is playing the life imprisonment. If it is guilty, the rest of your life will pass in prison. The judge has already denied him on bail several times, even after he offered $50 million. Even so, the judge refused. Let's go now with the statements. This is one of the most important points of the day, and surely it will also be in the next. Everything will revolve around cross-testifications by the prosecutor's office and defense. Surely Diddy has to speak several times, because there are many victims. You will have to answer case by case. The attached federal prosecutor, Emily Johnson, who represents the accusation, informed the popular jury that they will listen to 20 years of crimes allegedly committed by Diddy. The judge also made sure to ask the jury members about their tolerance for sexual and violent content, since the images and videos that will be shown during the trial will be extremely hard. We are talking about explicit sexual recordings that, if confirmed as violations, would be evidence of sexual violence. The statements begin by recounting an episode with Cassie Ventura in which Diddy supposedly lost control. He alleges that he took a gun and a bodyguard helped him chase Cassie. When she found her, she threatened to publish videos of her having sex with other men and revived some of the most humiliating moments of her life. Cassie had already declared that Diddy drugged her, along with other prostitutes that were also drugged, while he masturbated watching the scene. It is not clear if the prostitute abused it directly from it or if it was sex under the effects of very strong substances. All that appears in a video in which he hits her brutally, kicks her back, and drags her on the floor as if it were a rag doll. That video was published by CNN before Diddy admitted what happened. He had to go out to say, yes, that he felt a lot, etc. This is very strong. But wait, because there is more. Only with this title, you will be open-mouthed. It made an escort urinate in Cassie's mouth. That was said today by prosecutors in the opening of the trial. He paid a sex worker to do that to Cassie during one of his freak-off parties. The accusations are extremely explicit. We not only talk about violence, but about a very high level of perversion. Emily Johnson also declared that Diddy forced Cassie to have sex with male companions while he looked and recorded. According to the accusation, his staff organized transport and accommodation, prepared the rooms with lubricant and lighting, and paid cash workers, in addition to providing them with drugs. I said it before, in this trial, they will roll many heads. Well-known people. Cassie Ventura is only the first. We are still starting the trial, and we are only listening to the version of the accusation. What I told before, who hit her, kicked her, etc., happened because supposedly she learned that she was dating another man. Yes, infidelity's hurt, but if your response is violence, blackmail, and persecution with gun, that is something else. It has been said that, on another occasion, it trampled her on her face. He forcibly put her into a truck and locked her in a hotel room until her wounds were cured. He also hit her for taking too long in the bathroom, and she already knew that she had no choice when Diddy wanted to have relationships. The prosecutors also mentioned another alleged victim, a single mother who began to see Diddy in 2020. They say he waited for her to fall in love before introducing her to her sexual parties. According to the accusation, she is a woman, identified as Jane Doe, to protect her identity, thought that her first encounter was something punctual. She wanted companions to use condoms, but Diddy did not allow it. He took drugs to endure the parties and came to vomit during one of them. Even so, he forced her to continue. If all this is true, we are talking about really aberrant things. And when the jury, the judge, and the journalists see those recordings, I do not want to imagine what will come to light.